Hey guys, so I know I haven't made a review for a long time. I think it's been about 2 months, but I'm back and I'm here to review Looper. And man, what a movie to come back on. So hey guys, Spoofomania here, and yeah, I took a little break from reviewing movies, but I'm back on track, and I just saw the movie Looper, and here's my review of it. Alright, so the plot of Looper is kind of a hard one to explain, but I'll try my best. In the year 2074, they have invented time travel, but it was quickly outlawed. Also in the future, because of tagging and everything, it's really hard for criminal organizations to kill people. So they send them back in time to 2044, and these people called loopers kill the people for them. And the number one rule of being a looper is never let your target escape. And one day, Joe, played by Joseph Gordon-Levitt, who's a looper, he lets his target escape. He escapes, he throws this gold bar at him, and gets the best of him and runs away. He also learns that that person that escaped is himself, 30 years in the future, played by Bruce Willis. And that's basically a plot, even though there are so many other aspects of this movie that I wasn't even expecting going into it. Alright, so let's start off with the cast. Of course, in this movie we have Joseph Gordon-Levitt, who is honestly one of my favorite actors right now. He was, in The Dark Knight Rises this summer, and Premium Rush recently. And he just is in a lot of really fun movies. Movies that I think he knows that fans will like and that he likes himself. And he's great in this movie. He gives another phenomenal performance. And, he plays a younger version of Bruce Willis. And he actually, he really does capture, a lot of the facial expressions and little minute things about Bruce Willis that, in his performance. And it's really cool. He does a great job. And also, as I said, Bruce Willis is in this movie. And he's actually had a pretty good year, beside The Cold Light of Day, which was his recent action movie that got pretty much no attention or anything. I heard it was horrible. But he was also in Moonrise Kingdom, which was a movie I loved. He gave a great performance in that movie. He gave one of the better performances in that movie, in my opinion. And, it's been a relatively good year for him. And he hasn't been in a good action movie recently. As I said, The Cold Light of Day I heard was horrible. The Surrogates was a little while ago, and I heard that was horrible too. This was a really great performance by him, and he just did a really great job in this movie too. So also in this movie we have Emily Blunt, and Emily Blunt is another actress I really like. She gives another great performance in this movie. It's a lot of fun to watch all these three people on screen. There's really great actors, and to see them interact in certain scenes, especially scenes between Joseph Gordon-Levitt and Bruce Willis, because Joseph Gordon-Levitt plays the younger version of Bruce Willis's character. So they have this one scene together, and their interactions in that scene is just so cool, and seeing these two people interact is so awesome. But also in this movie we have Jeff Daniels, who is an underrated actor in my opinion. I really like him. Everything from Dumb and Dumber to recently The Newsroom, he's been great in, and this is another movie. He had a bigger part in this movie than I originally thought by seeing the trailers, but he handles the part so well, and he's great in this movie as he is in any movie. And also in this movie we have Paul Dano, who is another great actor, and he's been in Little Miss Sunshine and There Will Be Blood, two really great movies. And he's not in that much of this movie, but the parts he was in I really liked his performance as well. And also a man named Rian Johnson directed this movie, who directed Brick, which is a movie I saw, I really liked. It had Joseph Gordon-Levitt in that as well. And also he directed The Brothers Bloom, which I've never seen. I heard it wasn't that great. But, he does such an amazing job directing this movie. I think he's a director with so much promise right now. I think I could easily see him becoming, the next Christopher Nolan one day. Especially if he keeps making movies at this caliber. And also he wrote this movie too, and the movie has a great script, because it's really hard to explain this concept to people so that they understand it in an easy way. I even had a hard time explaining it to you guys, while explaining the plot of this movie in the beginning of the video. And but he just explains this whole concept in the future so well through his dialogue and everything, through the script that he wrote. And, he creates this whole universe with his script too. I mean, this is such an original idea that he came up with. I would never think of anything like this. And I love original ideas in Hollywood just because, you never hear about original ideas anymore. Everything's a remake, everything's a sequel. And, so I think he just does a overall great job with this movie. Also, I forgot to mention Rian Johnson also directed a couple episodes of Breaking Bad, one of my favorite dramas on TV. And something cool between Brick, Breaking Bad, and this movie is that in each of those things that he's directed, he always has this emphasis on, time and clocks and everything. He has a lot of close-ups of clocks and them ticking. He's already leaving his trademarks in movies and everything, which I think is pretty cool. But if you couldn't tell, I absolutely love Looper. It's just a great movie. It's such a fun movie, too. Even when it slows down at parts, I still have a really fun time watching it, because I just love, things like Joseph Gordon-Levitt and Bruce Willis' character, their interactions. I love the visual effects were even pretty cool in this movie. I wasn't sure how they would be, because this movie only had a $30 million budget. But, they have awesome special effects. And the story is just so cool. It's just so original. I know I keep saying original, but it really is. It's because there's this whole other aspect that you don't even see in the trailer to this movie. So many unexpected twists and turns that just make this movie even more cool. Also, I think this movie handled the time travel aspect very well, very good as well. Because, a lot of movies seem to... Time travel is a touchy topic for movies. I'm just going to leave it at that. I mean, you have to deal with a lot. There are a lot of plot holes that can arise when you have a story that deals with time travel. And this movie does a really good job of sealing up, pretty much all those plot holes. There's one plot hole in this movie that was kind of obvious, but, I could look past it. It was fine. It was not a big deal. And really, there's not much that I didn't like about this movie. If I had to nitpick, pretty much the only thing would be... kind of the relationship between Joseph Gordon-Levitt and Emily Blunt's character. I mean, I think their scenes together are great and everything, but just something about their relationship felt a little bit forced. But still, I really love their chemistry and everything. But I really can't stress to you enough how fun and cool this movie is. I mean, even when the movie slows down, it's still so much fun to watch. It's so entertaining. And these actors, seeing these actors on screen is a lot of fun, especially Bruce Willis's character. He just gives a really energetic performance, and I highly, highly recommend this movie. Rian Johnson did a great job, and it has a super original concept, so I'm going to give this movie a 9.5 out of 10. I mean, this is a really high 9.5 though. I couldn't quite get it to the 10. I was really in between those two grades, but 9.5, highly recommend it. Alright guys, that was my review of Looper. Tell me if you've seen it yet, if you liked it, if you want to see it, and also tell me in the comments below, what's your favorite Joseph Gordon-Levitt movie? Alright guys, that's it for now. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Alright, bye.